this edition of World Report for the next 2 weeks. They're covering all things Olympic.
Yeah, John, the countdown is on. We're looking ahead at the opening ceremonies, the performances, the attendance, the surprises, and the little dots that you might see here. I'm thinking it's rain.
Welcome to London. Yes, we are going to be talking about the competition as well, from the oldest on a Team GB to a blind man taking archery by storm. World Report starts right now.
Well, folks, excitement is in the air as London counts down to the opening ceremony. More than 1 billion television viewers are expected to tune in when the ceremony kicks off at 9 p.m. local time. Organizers are trying to save the surprise that's in store for the ceremony that's going to take place right in there. Well, they've asked the 10,000 volunteer performers to sign non-disclosure contracts, so the performers are sworn to secrecy and they're not allowed to post photos of the rehearsals on social networking sites. Now, we have a bit of an idea what we can expect, but of course we want to save the best for tonight. Now, we do know that football star David Beckham has been asked to play a role in the opening ceremony, and we tried to coax him into giving us some details about that.
Will your role involve children?
No, I don't think it does, actually. I don't think it does. Nope.
Footballs?
Nope.
Flames?
I think I might have one.
Fabulous. I like to hear that. Good.
Well, clearly no luck there, so lots of hush-hush about the big event, and of course the big mystery, as is the tradition for all Olympic opening ceremonies, is who will be the final torchbearer. If you've got any guesses, just use hashtag CNN Olympics on Twitter. If you have a guess, we'll take a look at those a little bit later. And of course, don't forget to follow the ceremony on our live blog at cnn.com/Olympics. Now, London will be the first city to host the modern games for a third time. So you want to talk about what the Olympics mean for brand Britain. And joining us now is John Warren, Director of Strategy for the British Council, which is the nation's cultural promotion agency. John, thank you so much for joining us here. I wish I could say, you know, lovely weather, but, you know, it is London, and that's what a lot of people can expect because of the unpredictability of weather here. But what does the Olympics do for any city, but particularly Britain?
Well, look, there's so much more to this than sport. The sport is going to be absolutely fantastic, but it's also the international legacy.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And good luck tonight, I guess. Hopefully it'll all go off without a hitch. John?
I'm sure it will. Grand projet indeed. Thanks, guys. And Monita Rajpal are there, and I got to say, it does look very grey. It's not looking good.
It is.
Do you know, the weather here has been so glorious all week. I've been properly sunburnt, hence I've got a jacket on covering all my ridiculous lines. And you get to the day of the opening ceremony, which has promised so much, and this is just, it's really sad.
Isn't that what they call Murphy's Law, or in this country, Sod's Law?
Yeah,
right?
It is, well and truly. So that is one of the latest developments from here in London, but there are a few others to tell you about, a few headlines from the Olympic Park, and sadly we've got to tell you about another Olympic doping scandal. The controversy surrounds the Greek high jumper Dimitris Chandrakoukis. He's the world indoor high jump champion, tested positive for a banned substance believed to be a steroid.
Summer Games. And you know, we were talking about the music. Lots of music to be happening, will be happening tonight here at the Olympic Stadium, including Duran Duran, who will be representing England, Snow Patrol, Northern Ireland, the Stereophonics, Wales. I'm particularly excited about that as well, and Paolo Nutini representing Scotland.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the most fantastic few hours. We've been hearing a few rehearsals over the last couple of evenings. We've seen some incredible light displays, a little taster of some firework displays. We can't tell you anything else because we're all sworn to secrecy, which is an achievement in itself really for Danny Boyle. He's had 60,000 people watching the rehearsals 2 nights running. He's had over 10,000 people taking part in the opening ceremony, and somehow we are still all left in suspense.
Well, we do know that obviously they had to sign those, what do they call them? The
disclaimers.
Those disclaimers to swear them to secrecy. But we also know that this titled "The Isles of Wonder." That's what this opening ceremony is being called, and it's inspired by Shakespeare's The Tempest, and it's cost about £27 million. to create this whole event. But as again, we were talking about the performers here, the musical performers. We spoke to Duran Duran. CNN spoke to Duran Duran a little bit earlier, and this is what they had to say about being part of this historic event.
To be part of the opening ceremony, or part of the whole thing, you know, we're going to be performing in Hyde Park, and looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing.
It's kind of Henman Hill for the Olympics. For those people who can't get into the stadium, they've got Hyde Park, massive screens. They've got Snow Patrol, Paolo Nutini, the Stereophonics, and Duran Duran. We're very excited.
Is that why you weren't very happy that you weren't involved in the Jubilee then? I mean, was that? Did you see that as an insult?
Oh, I was. I think like most people at the street party I went to, after the 7th bottle of wine, I started to get a bit like this. You know,
Twitter.
Yeah, and I just thought, oh, I wish we'd have been part of this.
My childhood heroes, my idols. I had posters of them when I was a kid in my room. I wonder why I didn't get that interview.
More of a take that girl myself.
Oh dear. The age difference here is quite funny. Now, well, over 1 billion people are expected to watch the opening ceremony tonight. Thousands of athletes and Olympic enthusiasts are all over the world, from all over the world, will be here.
And Queen Elizabeth will also be in attendance, welcoming more than 100 heads of state and foreign dignitaries to the Games. Quite a few people suggesting they'd like to see the Queen light the final flame in the cauldron as well.
I would like to see her do it. I mean, I think she's such a great representative of this country, and it would be amazing to see her part of this. I don't know.
A lot of other people suggesting Sir Steve Redgrave, though. Yeah. Some people saying David Beckham. I've got a sneaky suspicion he will be involved, but will not be lighting the cauldron.
It's all part of the excitement tonight, John.
Yes. Gosh, hasn't Simon Le Bon changed? Anyway, now Mitt Romney will also be there at the...
Becky, thank you.
Well done, Becky.
Well, organizers are tight-lipped on who the final torchbearer at tonight's opening ceremony will be, and that's the big question a lot of people are asking. We've been asking that as well.
Yeah, we've been asking it on Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag CNN Olympics. Who do you think, Monita?
Well, there have been a lot of people that have been suggesting, and and I got a really interesting tweet here, and if I can bring it up. They're suggesting that a lot of people suggesting David Beckham, and there is one here who suggested that this is Mike H76 saying David Beckham will use a flaming football or a fireball to light the flame in the stadium. That'd be cool.
It would be cool, but I think I might have some inside information on that one, because I was lucky enough to speak to David Beckham earlier
So you got
this
it right
week,
from the source.
And I said, he isn't allowed to give anything away, but I said, will your stint involve animals? He said no. Will it be involving children? He said no. Will it be involving footballs? No.
Oh, so no fireball
I
then.
said, will it involve a flame? And he said, I think it might involve a flame.
Interesting.
But
Keep
that's
sending
what we
them to
know.
us. Keep sending us your
A few,
ideas.
yeah, I've had
on
a
who
few
you
here. Junior C Quest says David Beckham as well. Be Smart says Sir Steve Redgrave, of course, who rode with Sir Matt Pinsent. And there are quite a few people going for the Queen, which I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that would bring it the whole sense of, you know, what London and what the United Kingdom is all about. The sense of, you know, obviously it's a country that does support the monarchy and the royalty. We've seen, at least in the last year, in the last few months with the Diamond Jubilee, there's been such support for the royal family that it would be kind of nice. Nice touch.
One suggestion here, keeping the royal theme, is from Admin IW. Says, I realised yesterday, he obviously knows, it'll be Princess Anne. She's not carried it as yet. And of course she is, or was, an Olympian and a member of the royal family, and she hasn't had an involvement yet. So
that would be interesting.
Maybe there will still be some involvement. There's apparently, we heard a story that 150 tickets have been given inside the stadium to former British Olympians, and they've had to sign a form that, yes, they'll come and attend the ceremony, but part of the deal is that they would be prepared to be involved.
Very nice. Well, do keep your eye on our Facebook page and Twitter hashtag CNN Olympics. We'll be asking you a question like this every weekday on this special edition of World Report. Now, as long as there is guessing about who will light the flame, who will win the first gold, or what country will bring in the most medals, there will be betting. And it brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, going for gold. Alan Alger is a pundit with Blue Square Gaming Company. He's in our London bureau with some insight into the sports of things people are putting their money on. So who is the money on today in terms of who's going to light the torch?
Well, good morning. Well, so Steve Redgrave was our original favourite to do this when London were awarded the Olympics.
Right, Alan, we thank you very much. Of course, we'll keep our eyes on who will actually win that bet. Alan Alger there with the Blue Square Gaming Company.
Okay, well, I'm going to start a little system throughout the next couple of weeks. I'm going to hand out some medals to people we think that, you know, deserve maybe gold, silver or bronze for doing good things, or maybe funny things, people working behind the scenes. We're going to just have a little bit of fun with it over the next few weeks. Please do send us our suggestions, but I'm going to be giving you day one in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
Well, the opening ceremony and archery are the only events scheduled for today. So what can we look forward to this weekend? I say only, but that's quite a big thing that's happening today.
It's not bad, but actually a lot of athletes won't be at the opening ceremony because 20 sports get underway on Saturday and swimming takes centre stage. Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte both hit the water. The two Americans expected to battle it out in the final of the 400 metres individual medley, the first of two events which will see them go head-to-head. That one's been widely anticipated. Tennis also begins on Saturday. The Wimbledon champion Roger Federer chasing his first Olympic gold medal in the singles to go with his record 17 Grand Slam titles. And men's basketball tips off on Sunday as the defending champions, the USA's Dream Team, open their account against France. Now, we haven't had much action so far, but we decided that I'm going to hand out some medals every day, have a little bit of fun, some serious, some not so serious. So, gold, silver, bronze, who are we going to put on the podium today?
Okay.
The bronze medal, I think, should go to the flag team of the organising committee, because frankly there was a complete fiasco on day one of competition at the women's football, where they put the South Korean flag up with the North Korean players, much to the distress of the North Korean team because of the relations between the team. But you know what? They got up again, dusted themselves down and came out all guns blazing for the men's football, and they managed to get all 16 flags right for the 8 fixtures on Thursday. So the flag folk will be awarded the bronze medal from me. We'll move on to the silver, and this involves the stadium behind me. I think we're going to give that to Danny Boyle, because it's some achievement to have got this far 13 hours ahead of the opening ceremony, with 60,000 people watching the rehearsals, 2 nights running, 10,000 people involved, and still we are all in complete suspense as to what is going to happen.
If that is silver, I'm dying to know what gold is.
Well, I've gone for a serious one, and that is the drug squad, because they said that this is going to be the games, they're not going to let cheats prosper, and they have set out their stall early, haven't they? They've already caught
zero tolerance policy.
Zero tolerance. They've already caught Chudokukis, Selsu and Kavagi, and they're going to do 5,000 tests during this games, more than any other Olympic games, and so I'm going to give it to them for laying their stall out early.
We understand also that there's going to be a lab here that will be testing 24/7, continuous testing 24/7 throughout the games here, so to ensure that this will be the cleanest games ever.
And we'll get the results of those tests within 24 hours as opposed to a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, we appreciate you joining us on this special edition of World Report. I'm Monita Rajpal.
I'm Amanda Davis, and remember to check out cnn.com/Olympics to stay on top of all the news from the Games.
I'm John Vors at the CNN Centre. African Voices is coming up next. Thanks for watching.